Tony. What? Can you read this out for me? You don't have a life. And you don't deserve one. Should have been aborted a long time ago. Nobody asked. Yeah, the stupid ones never do. Weeby, what am I doing? I'm preparing myself for all the insults I get when I go back to high school. Weeby, that's stupid. You're stupid. I don't have a comeback for that one. That one's just true. High school. It's a place. But it's not any old place. It's a pile of bricks that gives hundreds of teenagers depression every year. No other place gives depression in such a significant caliber. Except maybe prison. Prison's pretty bad. That's kind of a sad way to start the video, comparing high school to prison. Anyways, school can be cool too, and I'm gonna talk about it. High school, by the way, not prison. And pretty much the same thing. Now, am I a high schoolologist with a PhD? No, but my qualifications do include going to high school, failing high school. I'm going to separate this video into 3 parts: the students, the teachers, and the classes. And after every part, I will give it a grade between A and F. Firstly, the students. This includes, but is not limited to, your friends, your enemies, if you have any, and that one weird kid. I'm that one weird kid if you're wondering. High school is a colorful cast of characters. Everyone is at least a little zany in one way or the other, whether they're outright clinically insane like me, high 24/7, a communist, probably, or absolutely completely normal. Being normal is uncommon enough that it's its own version of weird. And a lot of the time, whoever they are, they're a jerk. Lots of high schoolers are mean to you. Or at least annoying. Not trying to be rude to any high schoolers watching, but most of you are jerks. And if you go to high school, you know that. I mean, I bet some of you are nice, but that's just not the majority. Like, they do things literally just to spite you. This one time, me and my friends were just chatting on our way to lunch. So yeah, anyways, some random girl comes up to me who I've never talked to in my entire life, and what was her problem? I don't know. Anyways, I threw it into the river since it's a lot harder for the police to trace that. They're all trying to rage bait you, so I usually just ignore them. I know that's literally the same advice you give to a kindergartner about bullies, but you'd be surprised how similar a 5-year-old is to a high schooler. Don't be the jerk. But don't fret, dear viewers. There's a light at the end of this tunnel, and it's friends. We all love our friends. Now, I had this whole long honking speech about how amazing friends are in high school, but since then, some of my friends actually discovered my channel, so I hate my friends, and they're all stupid idiot poo-poo faces. I legit had a honking wholesome speech about this. But no! You had to ruin this by finding my channel. Yeah, I'm calling you out specifically. I don't know which one of you are watching this, but I can still call you out specifically even if it doesn't make sense in the terms of the word, of the definition of the word specifically. So in the student category, I'm putting an F. Thanks a lot, buddy. I was gonna be nice, but I can't be nice when talking to my friends if my friends are right there. I can only be nice to them when they're not looking. The teachers. In high school, the teachers are as varied as the students. Some of them are cool and genuinely want you to learn, while others will unintentionally chase you with a hacksaw if it was any place other than school. Specifically a Milwaukee 12-inch high-tension hacksaw from Home Depot. I've had some amazing teachers, like my computer science teacher. I swear, this man has no filter. He keeps telling the class, "Don't worry guys, the world's always going to need somebody to make me my Big Macs." One time he went to my friend's desk and was just like, "Jake, you're a bad person," and then just walked away. There was no reason, no nothing that would invoke him to say that. Yeah, I mean, Jake is a bad person, but like he wasn't acting out for once today. He even told me that I'm the reason his therapist is rich. Like, to me personally. Nicest compliment I got all year. But then on the other hand, we have my English teacher from last year. Everyone absolutely despised her. She was an insanely harsh grader and was very biased with her grades. So if you agree with pretty much everything she said and constantly complimented her, you could get some high 90s. I described it as, you can get good grades in her class, it's just in exchange for humanity. Kinda like making a deal with Satan. Except Satan's a lot more reasonable. She once said that actors and plays shouldn't be paid because they should be doing it for the passion of the job. I'm not going to even explain why that's a stupid idea. But the worst part is, she kept going on about these rants about how amazing and sexy Shakespeare is instead of doing her lesson plan, and then we have to do like 5 quarter 1 assignments the week after quarter 1 ends, because the teachers have an extra week to put in the grades after the quarter is over, but she spends that time making up for ranting about the AI and Dr. Seuss. Why are we the ones getting punished for her scatterbrain noggin? F. Teachers get an F. The classes. In high school, or at least in my high school, you have a lot more choices for what classes you can take. A lot more compared to middle school. So you can learn about art, music, psychology, economics, programming, and a lot more. But I hear you saying, what about my other classes? What if I'm bad at math? What if I'm bad at writing? Kid, calm down. High school is far from your end-all be-all. It's not going to be as bad as you think. It's going to be worse. Oh my god! Chemistry is so freaking hard. And apparently my chemistry state final has a curve that goes down. So apparently my 90 was actually an 88. This was the hardest class I've ever taken. Why are you making it harder for me to pass? Do you know the electron cloud configuration of Xenon is? Huh? What is it, bro? You don't know? It's 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6, 5s2, 4d10. Is it? No, I was lying. It's actually 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6, 5s2, 4d10, 5p6. You get an F, and I get an F, and classes get an F. Should we do something about Weeby? Sounds like he's crying. Nah, when he mentions chemistry, he's already off on the deep end. The only thing we can do is let him blow off steam now. If you say so. Okay, maybe I was overreacting a little. School can be fun despite stupid kids, annoying teachers, and the classes that feel more like eldritch horrors that are slowly gnawing away at your sanity. But I don't need to say that. Let the grades speak for themselves. Oh dang. I forgot I did that. Don't worry, I'm used to these grades. Okay, maybe the students, the teachers, and the classes suck, but it doesn't mean the whole school sucks. You can still have fun. I have fun. I had a whole video about a school field trip, which you should definitely go watch after this video because it's amazing and great and funny and amazing. So maybe the real moral of the story is that school is terrible, but at least it's good content. Have fun in school. School's gonna give you depression, but it won't give you fun. You have to make the fun yourself. That's the lesson of this video. And don't be a jerkwad. Hello, it is Encore Weeby, and I don't actually have anything to say. The video was finished, and you should subscribe. And yeah, smash that like button. Okay, goodbye, love you.